Good afternoon, all. The deep blue ocean world is a great gift to man. In recent times, this field of marine studies has caught on the imagination of many around the world. The life after doing marine engineering on board ship is demanding both physically and emotionally. Though most marine engineering graduates go on board ships for work, there are a good amount of show job as well. To unfold the mystery and bring to realization that sea is not the limit is the main aim of this program. To proceed with, I now call upon Dr. Smiley Madhuram, Assistant Professor, Department of Marine Engineering, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Rupana. Respected Principal Sir, Honorable Speaker of the Day, diligent faculty members, and dear cadets, a very pleasant afternoon to one and all gathered here. First of all, I'm happy and thankful to the management of Amat University for taking so many initiatives for the well-being of the students. This program is organized to widen your perspective and hopes in the future of marine industry. I express my profound gratitude to Mr. Ananda Balaji for sparing us his valuable time and experiences. A very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I, I once again welcome all the participants for this program, and I'm certainly sure that it will be of immense benefit to all of you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. A man of valor. May I request our beloved Principal Sir, Professor Bhupati Bhaskaran, to felicitate the gathering.
Sir, Rihanna has requested to speak one more word, sir. Principal, sir?
Yes, madam.
Rihanna has requested you to speak a word, sir, as per the procedure, right?
Yeah, no problem. I've already spoken enough, but now, as the time is running short, we would like to hear from the speaker and our alumni. Ananda is here waiting, and the participants are also increasing. And I hope everybody will enjoy this program in knowing what is the future, how things are, what they can plan for. And we never had such opportunities in our young ages. If we had had these kinds of opportunities in our young age, I tell you, really, I would have been something different, totally different. Because there was one program conducted by Dr. Smiley Madam earlier on the similar topic, which really brought many cadets in the real thought of how much of ventures can be done or thought of. Like, so we are waiting for you, sir. The mic is yours, sir. Now you can go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Thanks
Rihanna? Thank you.
All of the top personalities I know are lifelong learners looking for new skills, insights, and ideas. And it's my proud privilege to introduce our speaker of the day and a proud alumni of Amat University, Mr. Ananda Balaji. He came out with flying colors from Amat University with a CGPA of 8.61. He pursued his master's in international business, operations and logistics at ERC Institute, Singapore, affiliated to University of Greenwich, UK, and graduated with a distinction of 70.8%. He is now working as an additional port engineer in Eagle Star Ship Management Private Limited, Singapore. He started his career as an engine cadet and due to his proven consistent records got promoted as additional port engineer. With a strong problem-solving and organization skills, he is also professionally skilled to handle boilers, purifiers, bunkering, and engine room pumps. With this brief introduction, I now invite Sir Anand Balaji to enlighten us with the importance of pursuing higher studies and unfold the untold opportunities and benefits behind it. Sir, please take the forum.
Thank you. Thanks for the good introduction and thanks for the opportunity, first of all. So I'm really blessed to have this kind of opportunity to present to the students in future so that I can be a part in guiding their future. But first of all, I would like to have a presentation so that I can share my screen. Could you please tell me whether whether you can see my screen. Just a minute, sir. I will present my screen. Okay, so this seminar is going to be like why, when, where, and why. So, what is the direction to pursue the master even after doing B in marine engineering? So, first of all, I would like to highlight the key point. People who wanted to pursue the master, I would recommend them to have a hands of experience so that it will be quite beneficial for them. So that if they pursue the master degree, it will be considered a plus more added advantage than the people who are not having experience. So I would highly recommend people to have some kind of experience like 4 years or 5 years or 10 years. It's depending upon their uh, lifespan or depending upon their family circumstances. They can have their own experiences and they can decide the master degree. So I would like every one of you to pursue their master degree for sure, because having a master degree in your hand is nothing but enriching your knowledge, and also it brings up to another level, the management skills. That is what we need to highlight in our future, so that as of life is concerned, we need to be like keep on moving it up higher and higher. So we should not have a barricade to stop, so that we need to move higher and higher. So that's why we need to pursue a master degree. So what I'm going to present in today's topic is like how to do, like what is a uh, course we need to choose, and what is the, if we study that course, so what will be benefited, like who will be benefited, and what will be the job depending on that course, how you will do, and like how to choose the country. If you're studying in abroad, like what are the parameters or what are the factors we need to consider, or if you're planning to study in India, then what are the factors we need to consider, and how to do the job search. That is also a prior very key aspect we need to follow. Today we will see all these topics one by one. Okay, so I am going to the next slide. So these are the topics we are going to cover. First will be the key points to consider for PG, for master degree, and how to choose a country and a university. And third topic will be like job search after doing the masters. So first, the key points to consider for PG abroad. While you're planning, actually we can do the masters abroad as well as in India. So once you're planning to do the masters in abroad, there are some key points we need to consider, like we need to have financially stable, and we need to plan in such a way that before quitting your sea life, we need to think of so many factors in hand. We need to think of the family situation, we need to think of the financial situation, and we need to think of the future. If you're going to study that master, and what will be the future scope of that course, that all we need to keep in mind before proceeding. That will also be covered in the future topics. I will do that. So first, the key points means like your interest and strength, that plays a very key role. We need to have a strong desire, we need to have a strong motivation, so to that, to pursue what is your interest. We need to have a clear cut goals, and we need to aim in such a way that your interest and strength should match with the course which you are studying further. And the method of learning is nothing but learning. Each and every universities in abroad, they have their own standard of education. For example, in Singapore, they used to have the hands-on experience with having giving internship to the students once they completed the course. And some universities, they give the hands-on practical training as well. In some university, they do only the theoretical part. They do only the like going to the research and going to the journals, and just going on with the theoretical part. That is different kinds of universities. They have their own method of learning. So that's what we need to consider, the method of learning which we need to prefer. If you are preferring for practical hands-on experience, then we need to choose that kind of universities. That will also guide you how to choose that university. I will guide you in further presentations. Next is the accreditations, reputations, and ranking. This nothing but like if you are doing any course in abroad, it should have a merit, or it should have certifications and accreditations, so that if you are holding the degree, it will lift up your career path to another extent. So that is also plays a key vital role when choosing an university. So that also should comes under the good ranking and good reputation of that university. So next comes the job scope. Job scope is nothing but when you choose a course, it should have a good job scope in that country. For example, if you're choosing Germany, Germany is good for the car manufacturing. So if you are choosing a course related to the car manufacturing or automobile or MS degree, there will have a good job scope in that country. So we need to choose a job scope whether we can survive with if we study that course in the master degree, whether we can survive with job scope or not. That is also the factor need to be considered. Next is the study cost and the country research. Study cost is one of the main factors because as you plan to do study abroad, there are so much of financial cost is involved. It involves a tuition fee, accommodation, and so much of cost is there. So as a marine engineer, I would like to highlight, as I said before, please do have hands-on experience so that you will be gained with knowledge, gain with the practical experience, and gain with the you will have a financial stability in your hand. And also, once you got experience, then your master degree will be uplifted. It will be like adding on a higher grade, a higher advantage. That is why I'm telling you to have a hands-on experience. So next is country research. Country research is something also very important because choosing a country is also a mandatory, so that uh, some key points need to be considered. I will let you know in the next upcoming slides. So as of PG for abroad is concerned, there are few language requirements. Like say for example, like you're going for Europe, there are few universities that accepting only if you are doing the German language exams. Like if you are going for study, right? So if you are choosing any German institute, you need to do at least A0, A1, A2 because they have certain levels of German language requirement. So only up till A2 you are eligible to apply for the universities. If you're doing for B1, B2, then something like you can work and you can study also in that if you are having that B2 level of German eligibility. So that's why I'm telling you that if you're choosing any country, we need to make sure that their local language need to be learned or need to be uh, uh, we need to be get familiar so that if you get uh, hands-on experience or get familiar with their kind of atmosphere, you can get the job easily there. I can assure you that. Next I need to highlight is that IELTS, TOEFL and Duolingo, these are nothing but the English proficiency exams. Most of the universities on abroad, they go for this IELTS and TOEFL. Maximum they will prefer IELTS. IELTS is nothing but it's an English language testing system that gives we call it as six. It's up to 10 points. We call it 6.5, 7, 7.58, something like that. If your level is 7 and above, then you can apply to the maximum of the universities because if your grade is lesser than 6 or 6.5, there are few universities that accepting this score, but we need to choose for that university's reputation, which I mentioned in the point number 3, accreditations and reputations. So one of the main thing I want to highlight here is Duolingo. Something is time saving one compared to IELTS. Duolingo is very easy and very user friendly because Duolingo is the one which you can do at your home itself. That takes only like 4 hours of exam. That cost you around 3,000 rupees or approximate. So you can do the exam online itself, but there are only few universities that accepting this Duolingo exam. Before doing this Duolingo exam, we need to make sure that whether your university is approved for this Duolingo certificate. If not, then we need to go for the IELTS. Because why I'm saying is IELTS exam is quite costly and it's need quite number of months for preparation because for one IELTS exam, it takes around 14,000 rupees for one giving like one shot of exam. There will be like reading, listening, and writing. These three will be included. It will be all on the same day. Since the fee is little higher. We need to have a good practice of like English. It's nothing but the grammar part only. It's nothing to worry about. That's why I'm telling is Duolingo is sincerely it is worth taking that exam. But I guess Duolingo is accepted in like around 70 to 60 to 70% of the universities are accepting Duolingo. Only the remaining 30% universities are not accepting in Duolingo. So before taking the Duolingo test, make sure that the university is approving that exam certificate or not. Next is the part-time job facilities. Yeah, this is also one of the key factors we need to take into consideration, because some countries they do have part-time opportunities. So while studying, you can go for the part-time also. But some countries, especially for Singapore, there is a quite number of restrictions and strictly prohibited. If you are on student visa, you are not allowed to do the part-time. So if in that case, we need to support all the expenses by ourselves, the financial expenses, all the expenditures, everything. If you're going for part-time, then you can cope up with your dormitory or food expenses. You can cope up with the part-time. But if you're going for part-time, we need to make sure that you should focus on your studies as well, because like part-time and study should have a balance so that you can have a good score in your exam. So next is the key points to consider for doing PG in India. Okay, so for this, if you're doing in India, I would recommend you to go for these exams, because if you go for this exam, any of this exam, you will get in a top universities for sure. So if you are like IIT, like some very big kind of universities, so that you don't have to worry about your future for sure. So that is why if you are planning to do a PG in India, I would recommend you to go for this exam. But we need to prepare for this exam for sure. So that please do make a planning, so that if you're selling for more than 5 years or 6 years, then you're coming back and planning to do PG in India, then please do plan accordingly, because this GMAT exam is conducted in such a way that you should plan in well in advance, so that you can have a good score in GMAT, so that you can get a good reputed university, and the job scope need not be worried if you are enrolling in that university. So that is for sure. Even to be frank, in some of the abroad universities, they do accept this GMAT score as well. So this GMAT exam is quite useful and very helpful for your future. So same as goes with the points for India as well. Your interest and strength. Same. We need to focus on your goals and your aim. Next is the method of learning, the same point which I need to highlight for the abroad as well. You need to choose. Once you're done with the going with a high institute like this, your method of learning will be for the next level. Next will be the job scope. Yes. Next will be study cost. Study cost is comparatively to the abroad, India will be quite less, and that is where we can save, and that is where we can develop our knowledge and skills in India itself. And having this keeping in mind of study cost, we need to plan. As I said before, we need to plan accordingly, so that we need to have a settlement in the family as well. So going on with the next slide, there are few portals, like there are few common portals which will guide you for the planning your course or planning your universities abroad. Whatever the skills or whatever the experience you have or whatever the course you are seeking for, if you go into this tool, it will guide you and filter you, so that what all the universities are been there as per our recommendations. So this is the link I'm giving you. To click this link, it will go to that website where you can filter out the universities and the course which you want to pursue further. We will have a short video on this, how it will be done. Could you please let me know once you can see the video with audio clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
It is
okay.
clear.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Trying to choose find out how our new matching tool can help. Our program matching tool is a brand new feature that will guide you to find the ideal course and university or college for you. The tool is completely free to use. It can help you narrow down your options and decide where to apply. We'll give you a personalized recommendation of the schools and programs that suit you best, and you can then shortlist them, compare them, and send your details so they can contact you. So how does it work? To get started, you'll need to put in your course level, ideal study destination, and preferred subject. We'll search our unique database of universities and business schools to find all the available choices. Then you let us know about your education and academic scores, and we'll start matching you to the programs that will suit you best. We use our unique rankings data based on in-depth surveys from thousands of universities, schools, and employers. Finally, you tell us what matters most to you when choosing a school, whether that's reputation, employability, or quality of teaching, for example. We've collected over 67,000 responses from students just like you across the world. Register your details so we can provide you with your recommended programs, and you'll be taken to a page showing all the matching programs for you. Your choices will be presented in 3 categories. Target, those where your academic credentials are within the school's average range. Safety, where your academic credentials are already above the school's average range. And reach, where your academic credentials are currently in the low end or below the school's level. You can explore the programs in each of these categories, compare them side by side, shortlist those that are of interest, or indeed change your choices to see some new options. Once you've created your own shortlist, send your details to the universities and schools that you like the look of, and a trained counselor will be in touch to give you feedback and guide you to the next stage. Take the first step to achieving your goals today. Click the Start Matching button now.
Okay. So I hope the video was audible and clear. So that is the tool which I was telling. If you click this link, it will filter out the universities and the course which you want to pursue. It will just guide you through that filtering process and will show you the list of universities and list of course which you are want to prefer to study in abroad. So it is a very useful tool. If the university is not been listed, so what you can do is you can go to the list of universities in that country, because in this portal most of the universities are linked. Most of the universities are linked. If you are having a motive, or if you are having a goal setting that I want to do the masters in this particular universities, and if this university is not being listed, then that is a case which I want to highlight. So then you can go to the country's list of universities. Then you can go to the university which you want to prefer. That is what I want to highlight. But this tool is quite helpful, and it will list out all the universities which you want to pursue here. So this is what the video is all about. So next, this is the outline path towards this is what the schedule which I followed for the master, which the procedure which I did. Actually, I did my last selling in 2018. Then I searched for I searched for the universities which which is opening in the the intake should be like in a short term. I was searching for the university. Then suddenly I got the university in Singapore. It was starting the course. Sorry, the course was starting on October. So I signed off on July. So only 1 month I stayed in the home. So that was like quite rush kind of situation. But I would recommend you guys, please do have researching, and please do plan your future accordingly in such a way that whatever goal setting you have in your mind, you can follow your goal plan as per your schedule, thinking of all your factors in place. So I will highlight this path flow which I followed. First, we need to do the researching, as I said before. Then what we can do is we can apply to the university directly. You can apply to the university by the uh, video which I showed you by filtering out, or you can do it manually if you are willing to do so, or you have a new mindset that I want to pursue a master's in in this country, you can go and filter out in that country as well. To be frank, it will be helpful for you to apply to the university directly by mailing them. There are few agents also, but I would recommend not to go through agent. If you are doing through agent, please make sure that they are really approved and they have their license number. Each and every agents in the who are doing this work, they have their own license number. They should renew it then and there. That is not valid for like lifetime. It is valid only for 1 year, 2 year. You need to make sure that they have their own validity of certificate that should be renewed. Then you can go to that agent. But I would recommend not to go to the agent. You can apply to the university directly. What is the difference in going through agent and what is the difference applying directly is the agent will have tie up with only few universities. They will guide you and they will change your track of path to that university only because they have tie up with that universities. So then they will get paid off. So that is what the routine goes on in the as per the agent is concerned. But they will guide for the entire process till you land in that country. They will guide you in the entire process. While in the other case, while you are applying by yourself, you can mail to the university directly. If you are willing to pursue any master degree in that university, there are so much of mail IDs. If you go in that particular website, in the university website, they have a column called contact us. There will be a mail listed out for sure. To be frank, some of the universities they do have separate email IDs for separate departments as well, even in abroad, all the countries as well. Because if you are giving a mail to that particular department to a particular faculty, they will reply you within in the working days as they mentioned. They will reply you for sure because I have faced this. I have got this reply mail from the university itself, so that they will guide you what to do. They will ask you what all the documents or what all the certifications you need to send to them so that they will approve. So how the process is like, once you apply to that university by mail, they will reply you back stating that okay, kindly fill up this application form, and they will ask you few of the documents. What are the documents is that first they will ask you the letter of acceptance, means like, and the letter of approval means why are you deciding to pursue masters in that university and what is your goal plan. They will ask you in the letter format. This varies with all the universities. Only few universities they used to ask this. Few universities they don't ask this. But most of the universities they do ask letter of recommendation from the bachelor degree which you are which you studied. So I got my letter of recommendation from our beloved principal. So he approved it. Without his approval, I would never have done my masters. I would never have been in this position as I'm facing you now. So they will give you a letter of recommendation from the Amat University stating that so and so candidate has studied in this Amat University, and they will assure you that okay, this is the student is good and his conduct is good, so that they will give you the recommendation letter. That is what one of the document they used to ask in the university. Added on with this, they will ask you your transcripts, bachelor degree transcripts, your passport, and few of your some universities they do ask any medical tests as well. It depends on the country and depends on the university which you apply. Normally, this is all the common documents they used to ask for. So once you send all these documents, every university they do have some time period to figure it out. They need to sort it out. And I also want to mention that some universities, if I'm not mistaken, in the Gulf, especially in the Gulf countries, what they do is they will ask you to send the attested your transcripts. Then we need to courier them. For that, it is some more. It's a kind of one step we need to do further that we need to take a color printout of all your transcript. We need to self attest it by the like advocate or any other people. We need to get apostille from them, and we need to courier them to that respected university. Once they receive it, then they check whether all the documents are clear. Only until unless they verify, then we can proceed to the next step. These all done with the universities in Gulf as of I know. So next, once they approve it, most of the universities, 80 to 90, 100% of the universities, what they do, they give you insurance also. Insurance is nothing but during your study period, if you are sick or if you are medically need any attention, then they used to offer you insurance also. That also covers under your tuition fee, or they do have separate fee as well for this medical insurance. That is quite very important. Please do consider in this kind of insurance part, because if your insurance is not covered, then you need to do it by yourself. That costs very high. That is very important. Please do make sure that you have your health insurance assured through that university, so that they will have a backup plan when you are doing this masters. Next step is the applying for student visa and confirming the accommodation. For applying for student visa, each and every country, they do have their own uh, student visa application process. So it's quite simple, and all the documents which you need for that particular country visa is been listed out. Like they do have certain format, like what are the documents is required for applying that country's student visa. We need, if we following that procedure, we can easily apply for student visa by ourselves, and we can get the student visa. But it takes time. They have time period for this applying for student visa. Some countries, they ask you for the medical certifications. Let's say for Korea, they asked me for taking a scan, a blood test, and X-ray, chest X-ray as well. So we need to make sure that some countries, they do prefer, they do ask you for the medical screening also. So we need to submit that certifications while applying for student visa. And then accommodation part, most of the universities, they do have dormitory. So they will have separate fee for the dormitory. We can opt for the dormitory. That will be quite manageable, and it will be helpful for you, because if you're staying in dormitory, that will be you can get easy access to the university's library, and it will be helpful for you in all the aspects, getting in touch with your college university friends, and have a good exposure of the study environment. So I would prefer to go to the dormitory as well, because they do have all the facilities in hand, rather than preferring by your own self. Because in some countries, they will ask you like whether do you need dormitory, or you can opt for your own accommodation. Some countries, they ask you for like it's mandatory. Some universities, it's mandatory to opt for dormitory. So I will recommend you to go for the dormitory, because they do have all the facilities which as a student is concerned. So if you're staying outside, then you need to plan for all the rental part and cooking part. That will be burden for you, and you cannot focus on study as well. So next is the booking flight and safe travel is next final step. This is a small outline path flow. How to choose a country? First, some people will have a dream of traveling to one country, and some people will have a dream to reach that country. So depending on that, we need to choose a country. Second is the course availability in that country. Cost of salary, cost of living versus salary. Some countries, they have a higher cost of living, but salary is also okay. But all the salary which you're getting, 80% is being sent to the cost of living, is not so challenging. So I mean, not so uh, uh, easy enough to go through. So what I mean to say is, the cost of living should be manageable part compared with the salary which you're getting in that country. Next, the safety aspect, which is a key part we need to consider. Then local language, as I said you before. Then food and culture, yes, for sure. Some countries, they don't have Indian food. We need to manage ourselves by cooking, or we need to get adapt with their food culture. Then job scope, yes. Then family settlement. These all I'm telling you an aspect of after you complete your master, for the family settlement, that is what I'm telling you. Once for choosing your country, that is what I'm telling you. Government guideline, sorry, government guidelines is something like each and every government they do have good guidelines. Like once you complete the study, you can stay there for 2 years. We call a stay back period. So that like say for example UK, not example, in UK they are giving you stay back for 2 years. So after your masters you can stay there for 2 years, you can search for job, and I'm sure that you will get job in UK, so that you can settle the family in UK itself. And January 2021 they have brought a new point based system, so that uh, people who are getting job in UK they can apply for PR as well. The same goes with the Canada as well. I will come to that. Next, the racism. Racism is also we need to consider. Most of the countries they don't have racism. Only few countries they do have racism. The medical aspect, as I said you before, they will issue the insurance. And the medical aspect, some countries they have offering of medical expenses also free. Like say for Canada and UK, they have free medical expenses once you get a job and once you apply for PR. There are few countries are providing you this opportunities. Okay, coming with this point, country with the scope for marine. Once you completed your marine, if you want to do masters, these are all the universities which I know I have listed you out. One is UK, US, South Korea, yes, for sure, because they do have the largest shipbuilding yard in the heavy industries over there. And Denmark, yes, Finland, Canada, Canada also, Netherlands. Canada is one of the good country where so much of people are applying for PR as well. So once you go and study masters over there, now the new rule has also been implemented that people who are studying, doing their student visa, or people are studying in Canada, they can easily apply for PR in Canada. That is also a good option which Canada government has implemented. Next, come with the PG course. These are the list of PG courses which we can do once you complete your sailing or once you need to change your career. These are the Master of Science in Ocean Engineering, Master in Water Resource Engineering, and Marine and Offshore Power Systems. Nothing but it will deal with the uh, oil rigs and the and the systems in that kind of atmosphere. And pipeline and subsea engineering also the same. It deals with the oil pipelines. Especially, I would recommend that people who are sailing in tankers they can opt for this kind of courses, so that it will be like pathway. It will be chain link for them, so that they won't miss out. They won't change their career path. It will be a systematic flow in their career life. Next is a remote operated vehicle system and design. That is nothing but people who what they do is like they give the automated machineries which will be sent underground beneath the water. They will do that research in the underground environment in the ocean, so that they will find out where is the oil is being located, and also for the so much of technologies to be implemented, and for do the researching they do this course. Other one is a port management, which everyone also opting for this course, because port management is also dealing with so much of port operations, and people in the port management doing the course of port management they do have a good job role for the inspections part. Once you do your marine engineering sailing experience, then some people are opting for marine law, but very rare. uh, People who are very interested in studying law, they can opt for marine law, maritime law as well. That comes under with SOLAS and MARPORT regulations. Other one is a MSc in marine engineering and MSc in marine science. Marine science is something dealing with geology and oceanology, something like that. It will deals with you regarding the sea growth and the ocean environment, and that depends on the people who wanted to study in this kind of courses. Other one is the MBA shipping and logistics and shipping international trade and finance. This deals with the logistics part, which it's little bit change in track, but uh, this is also demanding job market in the upcoming future, as logistics and supply chain plays a vital role for all the industries is concerned. Okay, fine. What are the job after doing sailing? I would recommend you to have your sailing as till chief engineer or second engineer. If you're doing your sailing till chief engineer, you will have a bright future, and you need not to worry about your family or any aspect in case of financial or like settling a family anything, because once you become chief engineer you have so much of opportunities. You can come as a faculty, as our principals are there. It's a very like very uh, good job which you can guide so much. You can bring up so much of chief engineers in future. That's what I want to highlight. But if you are doing your sailing until fourth engineer, third engineer, then some of the scope, job scope is like going with a bunker batch as a bunker surveyor, some bunker surveyor, or we can work in a power plant engineer as a power plant engineer, or you can also work in the hotels for the machinery maintenance. Reefer machineries will be there. 5-star, 6-star, 7-star hotels. There will be aircon unit, so people can work in that also. Or also, if you are fond of working with shipyards like ship construction or in the dry dock, people can opt for that job also. If you are already having chief engineer experience, I would recommend you to go and join as a MMD, as a government surveyor, which you can pay. They will pay a good ample of salary. And the other people, few people I know, they have started their own business, getting all the financially stable, and once they quit the sailing, they do their business as per their family background. These are the job scope after sailing. These are the few shipbuilding industries which I got from the journal. As of 2019 is concerned, leading shipbuilding market are China, Japan, and Korea, uh, and also European countries, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, and Italy. These are the countries which we need to focus on while you're doing your masters in these countries. They do have scope for the marine engineers, especially Korea is concerned. They do have scholarship also if you're doing masters and PhD. That too, government aided scholarship that will pay you even your flight ticket will be paid by the government. There are few of the scholarships being available in Korea, and these are quite beneficial for you. So you no need to worry about your financial stability. That will really helpful for you. But Korea, as Korea is concerned, we need to learn the Korean language also. But you can go there and also can learn side by side while you're doing your masters. So this is what the journal is concerned. Next, some of the job portals which I want to highlight is, once you're done with your masters, I would recommend you, if normally masters is 2 years, I would prefer you to go for 2 years of masters. Some are offering 1 year, 1.5 years. That will not be quite beneficial for you. I would recommend you to go for 2 years of masters. That will pay a good uh, add-on to your resume, so that you will get your job to a higher extent. So these are all the main job portals which I have listed. First and foremost is a LinkedIn. Nowadays, as technologies increase, people are going only for LinkedIn. So please do create a LinkedIn account, and please do updated CV in that LinkedIn. And companies are hiring through LinkedIn 80 to 90 percentage. So please do focus on LinkedIn. Next are the common job portals which are available in India: Indeed, Naukri, Glassdoor, Monster, and Seek. Seek is something only specially for the Australia, but you can go for the other countries as well. Seek is a good website for Australia also. Next comes the jobs.ce user, that is for Czech Republic. Czech Republic is also one of the European country. They do also have a good job scope, but not as a marine field. They do have other departments as well. Since I did logistics, I was doing a job search. So during that time, I got this job link. So that's why I posted here. So, but Czech Republic, they do have their own language called Czech. But you can go there and you can learn the job. But I would recommend you to apply for the jobs in Czech Republic in the main heart of the city, because they do have people learning. I mean, people can speak English in that countries rather than applying for the outer regions of the Czech Republic. Okay, fine. Now, these are some of the social media links which I want to give you guys all. These are the one which I do the research. Like when I completed my masters, I was staying on home for 1 year due to COVID. I didn't get the job, so I was doing all this research. Few of them I have listed here. and a few more. I'm just communicating with my friends so that once they are okay with that, I will list out the contacts for with that with them also, so that you guys can be benefited to some extent. So these are all the Telegram groups for Korea. Like people who want to study in Korea. I provided you the links of Telegram. If you click in that link, you can ask whatever doubts you can ask in the group. These are all the people have gone from India and they are studying there in Korea, because most of the people are doing PhD in Korea because they are all fully funded and by the government. So they do have a good education, and they do have uh, good technology implemented country, and they do have greatest shipyard, one of the second largest building shipyard in the world. Korea, they call us Hyundai Heavy Industries. They do have good opportunities, but learning Korean language is mandatory, so that we need to plan accordingly. And once you can go there, also we can able to learn Korean as well. This one is Seagull. It's nothing but for the Gulf job. If you are seeking any jobs in Gulf, you can go with this link. There will be most of the jobs will be posted. You can apply them. They are all the trusted. They are all, you can trust to 200% for sure in this website. I will be listing out only the website which is trusted one. I'm getting in touch with the people also. I'm asking them. Once they get approval from them, I will post it you in this group, so that you'll get benefited. Because one of the friends I have known in Taiwan also. Taiwan also is a good country. Uh, there also money exchange rate is quite less. The fees also will be very less. For 4 years, you can spend only for 4 lakhs. So Taiwan is also a very good country, and New Zealand as well. If you are going to these countries, you can get job for sure, because only through student mode you go to that, you can study as a student, you can get graduated, and you can get the job easily in that country. So that is why I'm focusing you. Taiwan, South Korea, New Zealand, Australia, and Canada, UK. These are all the main countries which you can get job after you're studying your masters. I can guarantee you. Although some of the countries there are cost of living is quite high, we need to make plan accordingly. We need to make up your mind for that financial stability. And last one is the one for the IELTS. If you guys want to do IELTS exam, this Telegram link is free of cost. It will guide you. It will provide you all the notes to prepare for IELTS, for the preparation of IELTS, which I told you before. Next, that's what I want to highlight. I guess I have highlighted most of the points. If I maybe if I missed out, or if I have get any reply from the people, from my friends, I will definitely update you up. Please do contact me with this WhatsApp number, Telegram number, all same, and this is my FB ID. You can contact me at any time. I will guide you with what are the universities, or like if any, because during my job search, I was doing so much of I was using social media as a positive side. I used to message in the Facebook people who are living in Gulf, or people who are living in Germany, Netherlands. I used to message them asking for job. This was my profile. Is there any job available? This is what I do, the networking. We call as networking, because the friends of friends is the one can get the job easily. And as a marine engineer is concerned, please do have like a good relationship with all the peoples on board, because you will be facing a multiple cultured people. So having Chinese or Malaysian, Filipinos, they will have a good contact with. They should have a good contact with you, so that in future that will be helpful for you as well. This is what I want to highlight. So please do keep in touch with me. If any help needed, please do message me. Whatever help I can do from my side, I will definitely do for sure. So thank you for giving this opportunity. I hope it will be helpful for you. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much. And your speech today
Yes,
was something different from all the other speakers. The
okay, thank you.
reason what I say is the visa process. So far, all have explained about what are the opportunities, ventures, what kind of an education, all these things available in the open market and abroad and so on. But the visa process, the techniques in step by step in achieving this, I underwent without knowing anything of this. I underwent for my son and daughter. So now, when you explained it, I'm very proud and happy that all our cadets are, now well versed. Now, I think now they can repeatedly hear this recording and, apply for the processes and systematically begin it in time without any time loss. So this is something great, sir. We thank you a lot. On behalf of Amit, again, I thank you. And all the participants, I thank all the participants who have taken part in this. And above all, I thank all the event coordinators. Dr. Smiley Madam has been working day and night for this program. And very nicely on a Sunday afternoon, this, Madam proved it to be a great success. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
With the opportunities lying before you, I now call upon the session for interactions and query clarifications.
Yeah.
Cadets, please don't miss this opportunity, because this opportunity will never come at a zero cost. Because I know when I went for my son to look for outside, everything I had to pay a very heavy fees and so on. So to know things. So this is a very good opportunity. Don't miss it. Please ask. You may think, why do I need this now? Yes, you may be needing it in the future when you go and sail abroad. After a couple of years, you would like to do your higher studies in various aspects, and that time you will remember this program.
Sir, I am Dr. Sangeeta. I work in Marine Department as a professor. It was very, very, it was like a knowledge share, because I had an experience of doing my GRE and TOEFL probably at the age of 43 for a particular higher education process. So whatever you have shown in the slides regarding the choice of universities or the choice of subjects, the accommodation, visa, everything, I was able to enjoy whatever you were talking, because it kept on ringing at the back of my brain. Oh yeah, this we did, this we did, this we did, and things like that. So it just might be a single slide, but I'm sure it's got loads and loads of your work into that. So not many will share it just like that for people. You're very, very humble and generous in just sharing it with your probably I should say your juniors. They would look upon to you like that only. So it was very, very wonderful, sir. That heart is really important to share and think that okay, others also should benefit and they should also get to a very nice, good place. Excellent, sir. God bless you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I also want to highlight that I got during my job search, I was using the Facebook as a social media to search for job. So I got few contacts, people in New Zealand, and people in Taiwan, people in Czech Republic, people in Netherlands. So I have already messaged them. If they are giving me that okay, you send my contact to them, I will definitely share, because they are the people who are staying there. So they will guide you if you are going to the higher educations in that country, because they are already well versed. They are already more than years together in that country. So I will share them for sure. If you are seeking any master degree or seeking for job, I will guide you with that context, man.
Sure, sir. It will be of a very great help for Amit University.
Yes,
not only for marine engineering cadets, it is for the entire team of Amit alumni. It will be of a great help, sir.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dr. Madam?
Yes, sir.
All yours now.
Yes, sir.
As all good things come to an end, I now call upon Dr. Muthu Bhaskar, Assistant Professor, Department of Marine Engineering, to express our gratitude.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. This is Dr. S. Muthu Bhaskaran on behalf of Amit Management and Department of Marine Engineering. It gives me great pleasure to give the vote of thanks. I thank our beloved Chief Guest, Mr. Ananda Balaji, sir, for enlightening our students' minds to pursue higher studies. I hope our cadets benefited from this session. I extend my deep gratitude to Chief Patrons, Organizing Committee, Principal Sir, and Dean Academics Madam. I acknowledge my sincere thanks to the Organizing Secretary for arranging such a guidance program. I also extend my thanks to all the participants, faculty members who joined this session and make it as a grand success. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. And thank you all for making this program. Dear participants, kindly register your feedback in the link posted in chat box. Your suggestions are really valuable for us to grow. So thank you all once again.